Shadows gather on the edge of the field, and the sound of the battle begins to rise. My heart remembers every promise you sealed, every word that still echoes through the skies. Though the night may tremble with a roar of fear, and the enemy whispers I will fall, there is fire in my soul when I know you are near. For the King of Heaven hears my call. Mountains stand tall, but they bow to your name. Rivers of doubt cannot wash me away. You are the shield in the heart of the flame. You are the dawn that is breaking the grave. Every step that I take through the valley below is a step that your hand has already known, and the path of the warrior begins to glow. When I remember I'm never alone, no sword of darkness can silence my song, no night of sorrow can last for long. The Lord is my banner in the heat of the fight, my refuge, my fortress, my unending light. When the battle is raging and hope disappears, your voice is the thunder that silences fears. I will stand unshaken, my heart will proclaim. Victory rises in your holy name. Though armies surround me and shadows may fall, the God of the Psalms is the victor of all. The stones of the field remember the day when giants were shattered by faith alone. The hand of the shepherd still leads the way, and the weakest heart can become a throne. For the power of heaven moves through the meek, and the humble will rise when the trumpet sounds. Every promise the faithful dare to speak becomes a victory the Lord surrounds. Let the winds of heaven carry my cry. Let the stars bear witness in the sky. For the battle belongs to the Lord above, and He crowns His children with fearless love. breathe, and the silence trembles before the storm. I lift my eyes though the night deceives, for your presence keeps my spirit warm. A whisper of down fades into dust, and a chain of fear begins to break. For the heart that stands in sacred trust is stronger than the earth can shake. The drums of war may shake the ground, but your word is louder than every sound. Your breath is the wind that parts the sea, and your strength awakens the fight in me. When the darkness waves like a flood, and the road ahead is hard to see, you remind my soul through David's blood that victory belongs to thee. The God may roar like a raging flame, but peace still lives in your holy name. Victory in the valley, victory in the night. Your word is my sword and your truth is my light. No enemies never, like winds on the sea. No power of darkness can conquer me. You lift my spirit, you steady my hand, you guide every step where the righteous stand. And when the storm finally fades away, your glory will rise like the break of day. Through the dust of the battlefield I walk, but my soul is clothed in sacred fire. For every promise the prophet spoke still burns with unbroken desire. And the stone of Zion will always rise, even when the night seems long and cold. For the God who painted the ancient sky still where courage is tested by fire and steel. I lift my prayer with an open hand for the strength that only heaven can seal. When the arrows fly through the silent air and the earth begins to shake below, I remember the Psalms that declare the Lord defeats every foe. Fortress of darkness can ever remain when the light of your glory appears. Every chain of sorrow, every hidden pain begins to dissolve through the years. The shepherd who faced the giants roar still walks beside the weak and small, and the God who opened the ancient door still answers the warrior's call. Let my heart be fearless and strong, for your victory has lived all along. The battle belongs to the Lord Most High. His thunder of justice fills the sky. When fear surrounds me on every side, His mighty hand becomes my guide. I will not tremble, I will not fall, for heaven itself has heard my call, and every enemy I have known will fade before His holy Through the dust of ages, the Psalms remain like a torch in the darkest night. Every word a river of holy flame, every line a shield in the fight. And the song of David still echoes strong through the centuries of war and grace. For the God who inspired the ancient song still fights for His chosen place. Raise the banner, lift the cry. Let the voice of faith rise high, for the King of glory stands with me, and His truth has set me free. In a field where the giants stand and the warriors tremble with doubt and fear, a shepherd boy with a stone in his hand heard the whisper of heaven clear. Not by armor nor by by faith in the living Lord, the smallest heart can take a step. Every battle begins inside, where courage is born in silent prayer. When the soul refuses to hide and trust that heaven is always there. For the God who guided the shepherd's aim still watches every step we take. And the fire that once burned in David's name is a flame no night can break. Rise now, fearless soul, let the voice of faith take control. Rise like David, stand and fight, let your faith ignite the night. Every giant has to fall when the Lord has heard your call. Lift your voice, the battle's won, for the war is fought by the Holy One. And every heart that dares to believe will see the victory heaven will win. Through the storms and trials ahead, through the echoes of fear and pain, the path of the faithful will always be led by a hand no darkness can chain. And the song that began with a sling and a stone still echoes through history's page. For the God who sits on the eternal throne still moves in every age. Let the mountains hear the sound, faith is rising from the ground. For the Lord of hosts is near, and his people shall not fear. Rise like David, stand and fight, let your faith ignite the night. Every giant has to fall when the Lord has heard your call. Rise like David, stand and fight, let your faith ignite the night. Every giant has to fall when the Lord has heard your call. Blessed be the Lord, my strength and shield, who trains my hands for the coming fight. In the silent place where the heart is healed, he fills my spirit with sacred light. Through the valleys deep and the desert wide, through the storms that thunder loud, I will walk with heaven as my guide, unashamed and unbound. For the name of the Lord is a mighty tower, where the righteous run and stand secure, and the darkest night has not the power to break the soul that will endure. Every tear the psalm of the warrior's cry, a song that echoes through the sky. No shade of darkness can remain when heaven's power fills the flame. The Lord is my fortress, my endless shield. Before His presence, the night must yield, and every battle that I face will end in triumph by His grace. When the final trumpet fills the air and the walls of earth are finally done, every faithful heart will declare the victory belongs to the Son. And the psalms we sang in the darkest hour will shine like stars forever bright. For the God who gave the warrior power is the everlasting light. Let the nations hear the sound. Victory and faith is found. For the Lord of hosts reigns above, crowning every fight with love.
When the thunder of battle begins to rise and the earth trembles under marching feet, I lift my eyes beyond the skies to the throne where mercy empower me. For the God who formed the mountains high is the same who stands beside the weak, and every prayer that dares to cry is a victory heaven will speak. When fear surrounds me like a wall of flame and the night grows heavy with silent dread, I remember the power within your name and the path the ancient warriors tread. You parted seas for the ones who believed. You shattered chains no man could break, and the heart that trusts what it has received will see the dawn begin to wake. Let the darkness hear my cry, for the Lord of hosts is drawing nigh. You are the God of the battlefield, the shield no enemy can pierce or wield. When the storm of war surrounds my soul, your mighty hand restores me whole. No army formed against your name can overcome your holy flame. For every fight my heart must face will end in triumph through your grace. Through valleys where the shadows roam, And through deserts where hope feels thin, your voice reminds me I'm not alone. For the King of Heaven walks within, and every step through dust and pain becomes a path of sacred light. For the God who breaks the tyrant's chain still leads his people in the fight. Raise the banner, lift it high, let the song of faith fill the sky. For the battle is never ours alone, the victory rests upon his throne. You are the God of the battlefield, the shield no enemy can pierce or wield. When the storm of war surrounds my soul, your mighty hand restores me whole. No army formed against your name can overcome your holy flame. For every fight my heart must face will end in triumph through your grace. When the enemy gathers in silent schemes, and the shadows whisper defeat and fear, I remember the ancient songs and dreams that the faithful carried year by year. For the God who listens to every cry is the judge of darkness
night. Faith awakens its ancient might, for the King of glory has declared, the righteous shall always be spared.
Sounds calling hearts to awaken and stand, for the Lion of Judah forever resounds with power no darkness can command. Through the valleys deep and the battlefields wide, through the storms that darken the sky, the faithful march with heaven as guide, and their voices will never die. The roar of the lion shakes the earth, and the armies of fear retreat, for the one who gave the stars their birth turns every defeat into victory sweet. Every chain that once held tight, every prison of silent despair, must break when the King of light declares his children are under his care. Hear the heavens start to sing, for the victory belongs to the King. Lion of Judah, lead the fight, shatter the darkness with holy light. Every enemy must fall when your mighty voice will call. Through the fire and through the storm, your presence keeps my spirit warm, and the faithful hearts who stand with you will see your promises come true. Through every age and every land, the warriors of faith arise, not with weapons forged by human hand, but with fire that never dies. For the King who reigns above all kings still walks beside the brave, and the song of triumph forever rings for the souls he came to save. Let the lion roar tonight, let his glory end the fight, for the throne of heaven declares the end. The faithful will always ascend. Oh. step by step through the dust of the land, where the warriors of faith once stood. I follow the path where the righteous stand, trusting the promise that God is good. For the road may wind through trials and pain, and the sky may darken above, but the heart that trusts through loss and gain will walk in the strength of His love. The march of the faithful has never ceased, from ancient kings to souls today. For the Lord who gives the weary peace still leads His people on the way. Through every valley of doubt and fear, through every shadowed place, the voice of heaven is always near, guiding the steps of grace. Lift your voice, do not delay, for the dawn of victory is on the way. This is the march of the faithful strong, a river of hope, a victory song. Through every battle the soul must face, we walk protected by holy grace. The Lord is the shield that guards our way, the light that turns the night to day, and every heart that will believe will see the triumph heaven will weave. Through history's storms the song remains, like thunder across the years. For the God who breaks the tyrant's chains still listens to faithful tears. And the march will end when the trumpet calls, and the King of glory appears. When the final enemy finally falls, and the faithful lose their fears. Raise the banner, lift it high, let the song of Zion reach the sky. For the God who